We all know the mid-afternoon craving. Your brain demands something crunchy, salty, and satisfying, but your body needs fuel that won't leave you sluggish. Usually, the grocery store forces us into a corner. We can choose hyper-processed corn puffs that offer zero nutritional value, or we can choose roasted nuts that, while packed with vitamins, bring a surprisingly heavy load of dietary fat. There is, however, a biological loophole. These are lotus seeds, traditionally known as Makhana or foxnuts. If you pick one up, it feels exactly like a piece of gourmet popcorn. It crunches like a chip and absorbs seasoning the exact same way. Yet its biochemical makeup mirrors the world's most nutrient-dense crops. So what exactly is happening inside this ancient seed that allows it to bypass the usual rules of modern nutrition? To understand how this works, we need to strip away the seasoning and look closely at the seed's raw macronutrients, specifically how its physical anatomy stacks up against the baseline snacks we eat every day. This chart compares total protein per 100 grams. Standard puffs and chips barely register, sitting almost entirely in the carbohydrate category. The towering Makhana column reveals an unusually high concentration of plant-based protein for a puffed snack. When you consume that protein, your digestive system breaks it down into amino acids, sending them out to repair cellular tissue and, crucially, signaling to your brain that you have eaten enough. Compare that to the rapidly dissolving carbohydrates in a standard potato chip. Those break down so fast that your stomach empties quickly, tripping an alarm system in your brain that makes you hungry again almost immediately after eating. This rapid breakdown rate brings us to the glycemic index, a medical metric used to score how violently a specific food spikes your blood sugar. Looking at this graph, the red spike represents a handful of chips, a fast surge of glucose followed by an inevitable crash. The gentle green curve is Makhana, providing a slow, steady release of energy into the bloodstream. That slow release is mechanically engineered by the seed's high dietary fiber. The fiber acts like a physical net in your digestive tract, actively restricting how fast those energy particles can be absorbed. On a structural level, Makhana solves the snack equation. It provides the physical satisfaction of a crunch while delivering slow-burning fuel and muscle-building protein, entirely bypassing the biological crash. But the macros only tell half the story. If we zoom in past the shell and look at the actual cellular matrix of the seed, we find a dense concentration of trace elements. Natively embedded within this matrix are surprisingly high levels of magnesium. Magnesium is a biological workhorse for the cardiovascular system. It actively helps blood vessels relax to regulate healthy blood pressure and acts as a critical electrical conductor to keep heart muscle contractions stable. Working alongside that is potassium. Since modern diets are overloaded with sodium, potassium acts as the essential counterweight, pumping excess salt out of your cells to maintain a healthy fluid balance. Then there is the final layer of defense hidden inside the seed, a rich, complex profile of antioxidants. In this simulation, you can see how antioxidants actually function. They patrol the body looking for free radicals, erratic, unstable molecules that damage healthy cells and accelerate aging. The antioxidants lock onto these jagged particles, neutralizing the threat before the damage occurs. This combination of magnesium, potassium, and active free radical hunters provides a functional layer of cellular defense with every serving. When you evaluate your pantry through the lens of this biochemical data, the standard lineup of corn chips and puffed snacks becomes impossible to justify. Choosing Makhana introduces functional benefits to a space in your diet usually reserved for empty indulgence, supporting muscle repair and heart health through a single snack choice. You acquire the biological building blocks of protein and the active protection of antioxidants, all while completely satisfying the psychological craving for something salty and crunchy. The data validates this seed as a highly effective tool for optimizing your daily nutritional intake. So the next time you find yourself staring down the snack aisle, make the simple swap. Grab a bag of roasted Makhana and instantly upgrade your daily nutritional baseline.